What if I told you that the ancient war between Joyboy and the world government wasn't as simple as a battle between good and evil, but a philosophical and a political battle between man versus machine? The advancement of technology and exploring the unknown, or the preservation of religions and maintaining what's already been established. In chapter 1115, Dr. Vegapunk said that the ancient war was about two opposing ideologies. So assuming that one side was good and one side was evil just doesn't cut it for me. You see, the moment I read this chapter, I knew whatever the conflict was, it had to be something that divided the world. You see, I have this belief that Oda is sneaking in real world conspiracies and real life problems, roadblocks that are happening in the world today. And one of the biggest hurdles we face is AI. The world is adapting and changing every day. We all know how AI is shaping us. Media has done a great job of reminding us how dangerous it can get as well. Is the ancient war an homage to the conflict that we face with AI today? You see, when ideologies clash, discussions often revolve around interpretations of the past and, more importantly, projections of the future. I will say that thanks to Dr. Vegapunk's words in chapter 1116, it kind of confirms that my theory is right. Based on the information that he learned from the poneglyphs that he had access to, it was clear that Joyboy wanted to pass the ancient weapons down to the generations that follow them. This made Dr. Vegapunk question which side was truly good and evil. And if you ask me, I don't think either side was evil. I think Joyboy truly believed in the ancient weapons and their abilities to help the world. And maybe the world government was manipulated by Inu into thinking that they were dangerous. Now when you get a chance, I collaborated on a video with Denden Kushi on the ancient weapons. Go check that video out and go sub to his channel. He's one of the greatest theorists in the game. But to sum it up, in that video I proposed that the three ancient weapons were not created to be weapons at all. What if they were three separate components to an even greater machine? I believe that the ancient kingdom and Joyboy were not only the first pirates, but they were the very first people that wanted to explore something more, something far more vast than the oceans of their world. Headcanon? Yeah, I know. Let me dive a little deeper into it though. Pun intended. I believe that the vast deserts in Alabasta were once covered up by oceans, and perhaps Pluton was originally there just like Crocodile believed it was. But what if it was moved, and by doing so, it caused all of Alabasta's body waters to dry up? Kind of like how Croc's ability works? I don't know, maybe Oda took inspiration from the Sahara Desert. I always ask myself, how did the myths of Pluton being able to destroy an island, like, where did they even start? Maybe, just maybe, it's because Alabasta was the island it destroyed. Just follow me for a second. Wouldn't it be so like Oda to have us learn about a weapon that's capable of destroying an island, and the place we learned this is literally the exact same place that the weapon destroyed? Oh, let's get it. Now, before I move on, I know what you're thinking. First, when I say destroyed, I don't mean it was obliterated and wiped away, like Lulusia. I just mean it could have been completely ruined and possibly altered in a permanent way. And one last thing about Alabasta. If it was always a desert, why are there what look like whales on the palace doors? Okay, regardless if this Pluton Alabasta theory is true, it doesn't have to be the only event where this could have happened. Annie's Lobby, Raijin Island, Reverse Mountain are just a few examples of where an island could have been altered and ruined by the effects of an ancient weapon. It would be pretty easy to brand the three ancient creatures as weapons, thus convincing the world that they are dangerous. Remember when I said Oda likes to take examples from the real world and blend them in with the events of One Piece? Well, we have some examples of creations that were meant to help us, but were then turned into weapons for destruction. Dynamite, invented by Alfred Nobel in 1867. Yes, Alfred Nobel, Nobel Prize pacifist. Yes, he invented dynamite. Originally developed for construction and mining, but it was quickly adapted for military use due to its powerful explosive capabilities. Next up, drones. Developed for surveillance and agricultural applications, drones are still being used to complete these tasks today, but they have now integrated into the military with reconnaissance missions and deadly drone strikes. And now for my favorite example, nuclear energy. It was researched initially for a better understanding of atomic physics and later for providing a new source of energy, and then we developed it into a nuclear weapon. The atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II exemplified the devastating use of nuclear technology in warfare. I will admit that there is a plot hole in my original theory about the ancient kingdom and Joyboy wanting to journey into the cosmos. The big wrench in this theory machine is that Joyboy wanted to hand down the three ancient weapons to the generations of the future. So how could they use them and then hand them down? Like, did they plan on heading into space and then coming back and then saying, "All right, young skippers, you could take the station wagon out for a spin"? Like, it doesn't feel like that to me. So let me tinker on with this theory and change it up a bit. What if, maybe, just maybe, the ancient weapons did not originate from the One Piece world? What if they came from outer space? I gotta make another one of these videos. This has been fun. Please help the channel out. Like, subscribe. I know I'm cooking on some stuff, and I know on other things it was a bit headcanon-y, but I'm just having fun. Remember, don't get your panties in a twist, or Brooke might not want to see them. Grand Line bound. Catch me smoking at the next one. Let's go.